Outside. It's the mic. 47 is the lady. Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some.
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Then he'll take this back down inside the 20. Not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Ready. Yellow lady. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Here we go. Here we go. Defense. Let's go, defense.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
A sizable gain there, 9 yards as they get it back to a 3rd and 5. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5.
Hey, easy. Easy, opposite. SOS.
Breeze leads this one with Kamara. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And Lutz's kick is good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Let's go. Let's go.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
On 2nd and 11 now. Darnold toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there, but now it'll be 3rd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football.
Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Lutz with the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Now the throw pulled in by Anderson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Darnold. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
5-9. Here we go.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Stay easy. 57. Me and you all day. All day. Hey, easy. I'm coming after you. Tight dog. Check.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. Kamara's got the first down and then some. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz good on the extra point. And that makes our score 17-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Jamison Crowder, 78 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away.
Trying to win his bowl, dog.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Run scheme I got.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Switch. Hey, easy.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. After one, 17-7 the score. RDA Sports ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 10.
Kill.
On second down, Kamara. And he's got some space here. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Bitch, hold that block.
Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
When Leonard Williams was picked in the 2015 NFL Draft, I compared him to Merlin Olsen. And I got a lot of grief about it. Did you just see that play there? Did you see how he made that move and made that tackle?
He's crashing.
That was Merlin Olsen-esque.
Yeah, I just perked up when you said Merlin Olsen.
Yeah, a lot of people said, hey, that's too much, too far, and maybe it is early, but I think this guy has a chance
able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
We're good, we're good. High forward, ready. Kill. Ready, tackle.
Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze.
Oh, I threw it wrong.
Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted.
Fuck, man.
Marcus May with a pick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Thomas, the intended target. Well, let's have some fun while we have a minute here. Fantasy drafts are in full swing. I know I've got my family fantasy draft coming up, Charles. Who would be your top 3 picks? I know that you're a noted fantasy football expert, so who would you take?
Well, you've got to start with guys who are going to touch the football and put it in the end zone, right? You got to score points. How about Saquon Barkley with the Giants? You know he's going to run it. He's going to catch it. When they get desperate, they may actually have him return it as well. Alvin Kamara is an absolute matchup nightmare for everyone. And Christian McCaffrey, did he ever come off the field last year? And, you know, this guy, he's a threat to be a 1,000-yard runner and a 1,000-yard receiver.
Oh, what am I doing, dog?
So this is going to be fun to watch. I can't wait to see those guys do.
There he goes offside. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson, 58 yards. As they're now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Huh?
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Avery Williamson there to make the stop. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Check. Hey, easy.
Running with Kamara. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
Ready, 5-9.
A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen.
Hey, easy. 50 seconds to Mike.
I smell fear in that offense.
Hey, easy. Kill. Check. Lucky.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Into the secondary again. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
We're bitching the storm this guy.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack. Throwing on second and long. Darnold. And the pressure gets to him again. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively,
you can
I'm not sure that
send it, bro.
and sack are on their play sheet.
Right.
Darnold down to throw. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A heck of a play there on third down, but amazingly, they're still short for fourth. They're going to go. It's Darnold. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
At least I ain't got no heat, dog.
Check 6 guard. You kill.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. And it's held in by Jared Cook. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
You can always send
We
it,
didn't
bro.
need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target.
What's that park like in there?
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25
Like to get him Hall of Fame and shit. Hold on. Say what now? Yeah. Oh, Lord.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
Always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Check. Hey, easy. Who's that? Is that yours? Who's that? Hey, watch it.
And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Crunch. Hey, easy. Roy.
They run it again with Kamara. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
57's right. Hey, check Mike 57.
Breeze now on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Well, Charles, if you think so far the early part of the preseason, who has stood out? If you take a peek back at the draft, the first round, it was pretty defensively minded, but there were 3 quarterbacks taken. Kyler Murray first, Daniel Jones 6th, Dwayne Haskins 15th. Of those guys, they've looked pretty good.
I agree with you, Brandon. When you talk about those 3 quarterbacks, and you're right, the rest of the draft, we're talking about big linemen, right? We're talking about defensive players, not a lot of skill players in the first round. But let's take the quarterbacks very quickly. Kyler Murray, by acclamation, went to Arizona. Everyone excited about it. And I think his team remains excited about his prospects. They're eager to see him play. He became the starter as soon as he was drafted. Daniel Jones, that was a different situation in New York. The fans were real excited about him coming in. But the reason they drafted him has a similar demeanor and talent to Eli Manning, and he's acquitting himself quite nicely in the early going. And Dwayne Haskins a little more up and down in Washington, but they love the big arm of this guy, and he's back at home. Remember, he grew up in Potomac, Maryland.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him in contract negotiations, doesn't he?
So here we go on 4th down with Breeze. Trying to lay one up. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown.
That's all you got to do.
Michael Thomas, 55 yards. And the Saints
That's
able to
all you got to
that
do.
lead out
Now your
further.
player going to be built.
That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So
points.
there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Lutz with the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
I need a heavy runner, bro.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now it's Darnold. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. 11 yards there, first down. On first down, Darnold going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
How the fuck he do that? Who that? Where you coming from?
What's your name?
Fuck you on.
Got mom off. Might go back downtown and shit.
Oh, I'm at the crib, bro.
Oh shit, 2K2?
You bought yours yet?
Hell no. I forgot to.
You buying a disc?
I was too late last night and shit. I called girl like, man, grab that shit. I forgot. It was too late though. I probably could have had it, but she had to put her card.
You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
3rd and 2, Darnold. He sets to fire deep. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Jamison Crowder. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit. They go for just one here as it's up and good. And they decide fairly early here they need the ball back, so here's an onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they touched him before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the fourth.
No, not at all. And they're trying to get something going after one there. But you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
Ready? 5-9. Check. 53's Mike. It's going to be
a man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. The 20. And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara, 49 yards. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz good on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Well, Charles, while we have a moment, you know what we need to do here is give a nod to the new Hall of Famers who were brought into Canton and inducted on August 5th. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Cameron Jordan picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack.
Check. Check.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. And that will be incomplete. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down.
Hey, exit.
And they are going for it. Darnold. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. And predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And boy, possession.
Okay. Oh. I don't know. I'll try the game show with Macho. Do it. Oh, hell no. No, my shit be fucking up. Yeah. My last 2K was fucking up, dog. That bitch just come out on his own. But I'm probably game share. I mean, get the digital copy. Shit, nigga, we can game share. Go 30 on that thing. Save $30. Yes, you will. Yeah. That's just good. Hey, Deezy. How you game share? That's the person that's buying it, right?
EA
so
Sports
the
coverage of
person
the NFL
that
has
buy
us at
it,
the
that'd
Mercedes-Benz
be primary in the other
Superdome
PlayStation?
in downtown New Orleans. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do
which one you bought, Deezy?
with the San Francisco 49ers. Gold now out to kick it away.
Oh, for real?
That'll be taken
Y'all
in
get
the
that
end zone.
$100 bit?
And he'll elect not to return this one, so
My
they'll bring
team
it
shit.
out to the 25 on the touchback.
Yeah. Oh, damn. Let me see something, man. Okay, we got a better defense. Let's see this shit. This nigga like he good.
Ready. Yellow lady. Yellow lady. Here we go. Here we go. Hey, easy. Here we go. Here we go. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Not today, you aren't. Not today. Hey, easy. Kill. 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 Ready, check.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. Space to maneuver at the 40. And nothing but daylight ahead. 20. Touchdown.
Didn't German say he don't want to resign?
Alvin Kamara, 75 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening
He
drive.
said that, didn't he? He want to test free agency.
Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even
Space,
filed in yet from the
Night before the
tailgate
playoff
lines.
game. Drunk his
Everyone
door
talks
shit.
about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive type plays.
But that shit be so
That was
weird,
absolutely
dog. You be
thunderbolt.
seeing these
And on the
motherfucking
defensive
players
side,
in the
he spent
clubs
all
and
week
shit, dog.
scheming, all week preparing, and it seems
bitch,
like it
I
goes
felt
right out
normal.
the window.
Lutz with the extra point, and
I
that
felt
makes the
normal.
score 7-0.
You know what I'm saying? Bitch, you in here with me. I'm liking this stretch, bro. I'm liking this stretch. I need a real
After
user
the
testing
touchdown,
him,
Lutz to kick
John,
it
come
off.
on, man.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard
Damn,
line.
man. You at least had an hour of free time, dog.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down now, it's Coleman. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9, and it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman, and he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
11. Check 52. Protein spill.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Out this stupid
Tremendous
time,
blocking
bro.
by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
He's not going to get me.
On second down, it's Coleman. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 36. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo, and that is incomplete.
I don't see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
One, Omaha. 47's the mic, boy, 47. Smooth. Hey, gun. Defense, let's get it together. 47's the mic, 47's the mic. Let's go, let's get this ball back for the offense, let's go.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. He's going to air one out, and that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Hey, orbit. Let's go. I got this. Mike's 47. Come, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo! 47.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. He's going to launch this thing way down. Looking for Pettis, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. You run. Under 10. Hey, easy.
They'll run. This is Kamara. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
That's good for the Saints. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Kamara trying the right side. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Tackles. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Hey, easy. Check 24. Hey, easy.
So that'll back him up 5.
Ready? You ready? Check 53, Mike. In your face. 25. Check 25. Here we go.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
95-56. Check three, check three. Hey, easy. Motion to backfield. Motion to the backfield. Watch safety creep. Hey, kill.
On third down, here's Kamara.
Come on, man,
And
hold the
nice
block,
move will
bro.
yield nothing as he stopped behind the line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
What's that?
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah,
I mean, that's good. What you playing on pro?
Right? Because once they threw the interception.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman, 74 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Why did DT play? Why did DT tell Macho he could play at 4? This nigga's on blackouts.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
On the ground, Kamara. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. There to stop him on the defensive side.
No players getting hurt, none of that.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to throw.
I got to play, bro. You said important games only, bro.
And spill the play.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. On the ground.
Oh, yeah, I'm playing, bro. God damn, bro. I don't know his name in group.
Just a 3-yard gain there.
But not a huge game there.
Right, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, like, you need to reach out tonight. You just, I'm going to take my 4th dub. Like, I'm about to give you the dub.
What's his name in the shit, bro?
The first half, all knotted up at 7.
What's his name, man? In the group.
Go there and find it yourself.
Come on, man. I done looked already.
You didn't look hard enough.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando.
This nigga
Kamara. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27.
Damn, dog.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Niggas coming out the wood to work.
They don't want to take the injury risk and shit like that. Oh, hell no. What?
Niggas coming out the wood to work, dog.
Here's Thomas Morstead.
niggas are so dumb, though. They just tell their whole plan out off top.
Hey, no, bro. I don't see him in here, though.
What?
His name D Money.
Yeah.
What's his real name?
I'm about to take that post shit move too slow.
Taking it about the 16. 12 yards on the return that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Damn, Money. Come on, Money.
I made an offensive threat.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality?
I don't know why I'm making a big man. That nigga talking about shot creating and shit.
Determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are.
Here we go. 11.
Shit, the Padres is fucked regardless because everybody's balanced out. So you may see.
Right back to Coleman here on first down. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
The RP type shit last year was straight too. But everybody said, I want to be able to do what I want to do. You still can't do what you want to do.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. There goes a deep ball.
Oh, shit,
and he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco.
But what's your rate is, though? Because suppose they said that your badges are not going to save your rate.
The 49ers have now taken the lead. Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Let's take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score?
Touchdown, New Orleans! Alvin Kamara with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. What's good on the extra point? And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And we're under a minute to go here. What's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple of completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
21. Here we go. Hey, gun. Check the call.
On first down, Garoppolo. Throw right side, taken in by Pettis. And just shutting him off there. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Here we go.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Watch the twist. Check three. 21. 12, fellas, here we go. 47. Hey, Alpha. 47. We ain't giving up nothing today. Two. Check your hot read. Undercut. 11. I got you.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Well, we got a second. We remind you that the Madden Championship Series is back and better than ever. August 30th through September 1st, you can watch the top Madden competitors face off in Arlington, Texas for a total prize pool of $190K. Tune in and watch it, twitch.tv/EA Madden NFL, 2:30 p.m. Eastern, August 30th and 31st, and then 10:30 a.m. Eastern on September 1st to see if Skimbo can go back-to-back-to-back as a Madden Classic champion. Gets this one left side to Pettis.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Niners on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
65. Hey, let go.
Mike's 47. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. He's checking.
I got you.
Switch. 47's the Mike.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. Goodwin able to haul it in. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go.
Garoppolo looks to throw once more. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Corner blitz and a sack by Patrick Robinson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel...
And that's caught inside the 35. Garoppolo able to find Goodwin for a big one. 44 yards.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. It looks so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
This is Coleman. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And this is caught at the 8. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Tevin Coleman, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. After
so
the touchdown,
put
it's
you to
Robbie
80.
Gould now to kick it away.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Breeze now to throw. He'll let it fly in the direction again. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
We take a win. X3, 218, chop.
Check the backer, check the backer.
21. Hey, gun.
Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
Watch the slap.
Coleman now. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down.
Partner, I know my grade school teachers never would believe this, but I can absorb a lesson. I think there's a lesson in this one. He's having a great day running the football, but occasionally they're going to find a way to stop you, aren't they?
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. A.J. Klein coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long.
21. Here we go.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Dumbass boy.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
I got this.
Mike's 47. Mike's 47. All day, just like that. Just like that.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Saints will have the football back. Boy, you talk about not playing it safe. Why were they going for it there, Charles?
It's got to be a full evaluation of their team. Do they trust their defense in this situation? Maybe they think they've given all they can in this game and they don't have anything left. Do they not trust that the other team's quarterback is just so hot that no matter where they get the ball, they go downfield? Remember when Bill Belichick went for it in that game, right, against Indianapolis on the road? Everybody said, why did you go for it there? I think he just thought to himself, on the other side, if they hit the ball, they're going downfield anyway. He was trying to end the game right there with his own offense.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Kamara, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Ready? 5-9. Check 53.
They fake the give. Here's Breeze. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Here we go. Let him. 54. Mike 54. Switch up.
Throwing now is Breeze. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Credit the sack to Fred Warner.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean,
He hit you back?
oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Ghost?
No, he hit me back.
Let's go. Do it.
I think he on 2K.
He is on 2K.
See what I'm saying? He ain't even trying to play.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Right now clinging to one score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute
Well, I reached out. He ain't hit me back, man.
Okay, you did the right thing. Now you
means
good.
the playbook is still wide open.
You don't assume I'm going to give you a dub, though.
I know you got it out for me, dog.
They're going to gain
I don't got it out for you with the right thing. You know, I didn't leave by it.
Yeah, it's cool. I'm
You don't need the
fucking
big
with you.
shots downfield. But make sure
You
the
told
clock
it yourself,
continues to run.
actually,
Pile
because I
up
was going
first
to get that to
downs.
you. See, you
And
talking about I don't want to rest
I ain't know
now
you-
I want you to play.
Quarterback kneeling
Now I want you to
down
play
at the
that.
end, and you still have the lead.
You open your big ass mouth. That's what's wrong with y'all. You
Man,
see
it was
that?
only me and
y'all
Germ here
motherfuckers,
talking,
man.
bro. It was just me and Germ talking, bro.
You snitching on themselves. Hey,
A big hitter to start the drive.
hey,
Has
John,
him
this
up
nigga
near
T now quits
midfield
on this
here for
nigga.
1st and 10.
He quits on fucking DT, right? Because he thought DT quit on him last time they played. And goes, hey, how you like that now? Yeah, I knew I was going to quit.
Right side. And I think this defense knew what
No,
was
that
coming
nigga say-
as he is smothered
Right, he
behind
did
the
it
line.
hurt.
That's going to go
Yeah,
as
did
a
it hurt.
loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
That nigga was like, how does it feel to be me?
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down
grab
now
shit.
as they
The
search
Packers
for a
just
way
say,
to
I
get
fuck
this
with them,
one
but
to the finish line.
The Arkansas, at least you was able to have some type of.
And the 49ers
can I
now
say
going
it?
to use the first
You
of their
gotta do what you do.
timeouts.
Well, I don't know. I
That'll
can
leave
have
them with
to
2 remaining. We'll be
I got
back
shot
after
credit,
this.
so I think my guy's. Actually, I think he's a sharp shot.
2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another
I'm mad, though. I wish I
effort
would've
to
changed
stop
his,
the run is coming.
First time, mad I did that dumbass shit with his name.
To throw.
Well,
It's
the
going
program,
forward.
in the program, they're gonna have you by your username.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances of trying to win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. To throw is Garoppolo. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 12-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
From the 32
They
now,
changed the shit
here's
up, though.
first and 10.
Because the shit already come on, absolute.
They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Give him 32 on the play. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off two huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations. Because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
36.
They gonna come out for Meek in future.
Check 53 is mine. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
Back to throw.
Yeah, that's why I like going to conference, because they perform some new shit, but they really perform the shit that get them
to
shit.
That would have sealed it. Instead, second down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark,
YG wasn't coming to Detroit, though.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
I got you.
That's always late when they came out, though. I know they played Missy for it.
And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
They probably didn't sell enough tickets.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
They probably didn't sell out enough. If they don't sell enough tickets, they're going to cancel.
A huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when
Oh my fucking God, bro.
That's all they're performing at. That's all they're performing at. Because the one in Atlanta is outside. Yeah, Detroit, DC is outside. Yeah.
Marquise
No, they're telling you why they canceled. They probably didn't sell enough tickets.
And once again, the 49ers are back out in front.
I don't know why.
And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a one-score game in the fourth. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
They don't have to sell out. Yeah.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
Niggas gonna get the, I'm going to tell you right now, when it's almost better. If you going like with your niggas and shit, get lawsuits. If you going with your girl, get the shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
But
to throw is Breeze. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here.
Mike, 53, Mike. Push him back.
Because it's too much. It's too much to police though.
5-9. Let's go.
Yeah, when it's shit like,
he's gonna let it fly. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard
he was saying like
line.
when they do shit like that,
the offense back out there at the
too
line,
much. Let's say like somebody like just like kind of being like
defensively, but even if they
it's
choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
If you don't know where it comes from, who has it, you can.